We're live. We're live, Casey. Straighten up. Oh, yeah, there. Oh, you got your party look on, right?
I do.
Well, thank you for joining us here back at Henderson Settlement and the Big Show. Welcome to the Big Show. The Big Show here today. Well, anyway, we skipped the music stuff. There's a good reason for that.
Yeah.
Skipping that music stuff. So we appreciate you joining us. And yes, we're in a different setting today. We've got this TV screen sitting behind us, and we look official. I feel like we're getting ready to start a training.
Yeah, and I had to put a booster seat on my chair because otherwise I was like down here looking like this over the screen.
I wasn't going to tell you.
Well, I just didn't want people to think somehow I grew taller than you since last week.
That's okay. Maybe I'm just shrinking.
Old age will do that.
Yeah, nodding off to sleep. Wait! Quit looking at the top of my head. What's up with that? All right, so we got a number of things going on, and so I mentioned in the little, hey, we're doing the Big Show at 1 o'clock, that we're going to do a Henderson Settlement webpage at hendersonsettlement.com. Do a little quick walkthrough with you. Some folks, often we talk about, hey, we've revamped it, we've done this, we've done that. So this will be an opportunity for perhaps if you haven't been to the webpage, or if you've gone to the webpage and you thought, well, I wonder where I can find that at. I wonder what that, so some people, they don't want to just click around on stuff and find it. So anyway, so this is an opportunity. If in the comments that you would like to put some suggestions in there perhaps, or what you think about the webpage, if it's good, it's great, it could be better, or it's hard to, whatever. If you'll put those in there, that may change something. It may not.
And not things like there's not enough pictures of Jerry on there, and this sort of stuff.
We've already got that comment.
Yeah. You keep putting that one in, and I keep ignoring it.
I keep putting it in there, but I never get no change. I'll tell you what's going on with that. So we'll get to that in a minute. So we'll kind of do that towards the end of the show. So this will give you an opportunity to see some of that, and we're pretty happy with that. So that's kind of the plan.
It is.
I like it when a plan comes together.
Yes.
It ain't come together yet.
But
that's the plan.
We got the parts to bring together.
Boy, look at here. People ain't dragging their feet today.
No.
Comments already flying, and we ain't even said anything.
Well, anything worthwhile,
nothing anybody's the one we're listening to.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Jean. There she is from Dorby. Well, Jean is, if nobody else watches, Jean is up to date on what's going on at Henderson Settlement. We appreciate that, Jean. Then we got Robin. Robin's always out there too. She's still in Florida with Faith, Caleb, Hannah, and Elijah, and Josiah. Oh, got the whole crew. That's what we're talking about right there. So we appreciate that. So, man, wherever you are, unless you're perhaps in Florida, but I guess most folks watching this have got some form of this polar vortex.
Yes.
The polar vortex has invaded us. So we've been cold. We got down to probably around 8 or 10 degrees last night. As far as wind chill was probably close to zero. But
it was too cold for my wind chimes to even chime last night.
That's right. Yeah, it
froze up.
They started to chime and just ice cubes fell.
Yeah.
Man, I hate when that happens.
It tinkled.
Man,
which made more ice cubes.
Yeah,
or icicles.
Just it's like crushed ice.
Yeah.
So that did not happen. Anyways, so you folks like in Indiana and Michigan and Minnesota and
Ohio,
any in the far and Midwest, North areas, man, can't imagine those temperatures. Whew, man, it's been cold. I've been freezing, and it's not even been that cold. I mean, it's been cold, but not cold like that.
Yeah.
We're praying for you folks. We think of all you all out there. Appreciate you joining us. No better way to spend a cold, terrible day than to watching the Big Show from Henderson Settlement, Franks, Kentucky.
Yep.
And just warms your heart.
It
warms
does.
you up.
Warms you from the inside out.
Whether you like it or not, it's going to warm you up.
Kind of like you're being microwaved.
Well, I hadn't thought about that, but that's a good point. Oh, we got other people talking to us here. So there's Judy. Hey, Judy from Northwestern Indiana. She styled out. Kathy Landis over there, Leavenworth, Kansas. Hey, Kathy. Man, I'm assuming it's pretty cold out there in Kansas.
Yeah.
Man, tell us what your current temperature is out there. We'd like to know that.
Yeah.
There's Ruth Peace.
It's cold in Florida.
Her Nick has always got it's a chilly 67 or 78 here in Florida. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate that a lot.
Y'all hard. That's what you are. Now we got Oh, high only in the 60s. Only in the 60s.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
That happens
It's
some
about
days.
70 here, but that's, that's on the inside. Dave Myers, Cincy Dave is watching. Dave, now listen here. Dave is adding, he's got to give it himself a nickname.
Cincy Dave.
Cincy Dave.
Well,
I'm assuming that's like Cincinnati and not like, hey, I make a lot of sense. Could be either. Dave, that kind of guy.
Yeah. He makes sense sometimes.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
I like the way, you know what I like about Dave?
What do you like about
I like
Dave?
the way he wears that Henderson Settlement cap.
I do too.
That's nice.
Yep.
You see Dave coming, you see Henderson Settlement right there with him.
Yep.
I like
sure
that.
is.
That's nice. That's real nice. All right, so let's get this show started.
Oh, okay.
Are we live yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Man, this is big.
Because somebody's paying attention, so we must be live.
We're live.
And we're going to start right off. So
And
Judy knows that we've been listening to Judy.
If you're watching this about 5 o'clock this evening, then we won't be live.
Well, we'll be live somewhere, but
We'll be live to them.
Yeah.
Just don't expect an immediate response on your comment. We may like it, but we probably anyway. So here, there's Gene again. Minus 7 in Michigan, Door, Michigan. Wow. Gee whiz. How about, Gene, you send some of that to Florida down there where Ruth and Dick are?
Yeah. So 60, would they say 67
60?
minus 7? Then that would be 60 degrees down there. They'd really be freezing then.
No,
they'd have to put their winter coats on.
Break out put on some heavy shorts. It's tough.
Heavy
Real
shorts.
tough.
And socks.
Socks. Oh, socks. Oh.
Yeah, with your sandals.
That's big. Oh.
Your flippers, whatever.
I feel like I feel like I'm a little out of sorts today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Out of shorts.
Not out of shorts. Sorts.
Oh.
No. I'm actually out of shorts. I'm in jeans.
Thank
But
goodness.
not that kind. Where I feel like I'm breaking a rule or something.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. We're in the executive director's
Oh,
office.
yeah.
We're in the executive director's office. He's not here.
Yeah, I know.
He's not here.
So we
at
took
the settlement
over
today. So we slipped in here. I feel like we're just rebels. You feel like a rebel?
I do.
I do. Ooh. Hey,
But-
Jim, if you watch this at some point,
We're not in your office.
We moved to TV.
Yeah.
We're somewhere else.
Yeah.
It might look a lot like your office.
Yeah.
But
it's
no,
not.
it's not. Don't let nobody fool you. It's not. So anyway,
Don't believe them stories.
so yeah, if we act like we're more official today, well, I guess we've already blown that out.
Yeah, pretty
No,
much.
ain't nothing official going on here.
So-
So anyway,
So tell Judy we got this going.
Judy, the GoFundMe is happening.
It's out there,
It's
so
happening.
look for it.
So Kathy Landis, it's 17 degrees in Leavenworth on her way to 60 degrees.
Woo! Gosh, that's a bit of a swinging
Man.
temperature, isn't
Man.
it?
6 degrees on Sunday. Come on, spring. Yeah, look like next week we're going to get up into 60s
Yeah.
here. It's going to rain, but then towards the end of next week, it's not going to be this cold, but it'll be more winter like
Yeah.
normal winter
Right.
for us. So anyway, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking maybe Kansas might be really cold, but I guess it's kind of middle south, and so it's not as cold as Minnesota and
That's true.
some of the North Dakotas and all that stuff. Anyway, so all right, so that GoFundMe, we've mentioned that a few times. The GoFundMe account, I guess, is out there. It's sponsored or started, I should say, set up by the Henderson Settlement Board of Directors. And you can click on that. And if you're interested in making a donation through that towards the goal of helping the board raise, I think, like $50,000 to support the general ministries, the general operating of the Henderson Settlement,
Yep.
that's a way to do that.
Yep.
So certainly that's a big goal, and they need all the help we can get it. So that's a way of supporting Henderson Settlement that you can do, and certainly we appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, just a GoFundMe account, and that's linked on the Henderson Settlement Facebook page. I don't think it's on the
No.
Henderson Settlement webpage.
No,
But
because
if you go to the Facebook page,
Yeah.
you can find that in there. Click on it; it'll take you right to it.
buy no more and get it on there, the
Yeah.
website, and then it'll
Be
be done.
gone.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of a temporary thing. So I think we might have another comment there. I'll look at the
It won't
I
scroll
forget
up.
it. Yeah, don't scroll down past it. Put my glasses on. I can't see anything. See, D.A. Mr. Hefner, 36 in Lincolnton, North Carolina. Well, Lincolnton, yeah. Tell Frankie and everyone Donna said hello. Hey, we can do it. We can do that. So 36, yeah. I think it's right now. It's about 18, 16, something like that.
Yeah.
For us.
And windy. I mean, that
windy,
makes
yeah.
it really.
But it's rising. It's supposed to, through the day, it's supposed to get up to about 25, I think. And then
Right.
I was looking earlier, then it's going to drop back off down to about 18. And then about 9 o'clock tonight, it starts to climb. So
Yeah.
by, it goes all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's going to be warmer at 3 o'clock in the morning than it is right now. Yeah. Helen Shepherd having a heat wave in Frederick, Maryland. It's now 18 degrees. Woo! Break out the sunscreen.
Yeah.
Calm down up there in Frederick, Maryland. Wow. Warm. So anyway, so that's one thing, the GoFundMe. We'll hit
get that in the
webpage.
We're in need of diapers.
Yeah, you can.
Well, not me.
Well, hey, speak for yourself. Talk for yourself there, Casey.
Well, I did wet my pants today, but the hose helped. The hose.
I'm sorry.
The hose helped with that.
This show has quickly gone downhill, people. I'm sorry. This is not at all what we intended.
Still a little damp. It's kind of chilly, but
that's what happens when you run into a sprinkler and and it drifts down on your pants and stuff. You wet your pants.
Yeah, I was wetting the plants and I wet my pants.
Yeah. So it just goes to show you how important one layer can be.
Yes, it is. At least it didn't ship my pants.
Yeah.
Ship them to Ohio where they could.
Yeah, don't ship my pants over there. Anyway, so the MyHow folks are
the infant.
Yeah, that stands for Maternal Infant Health Outreach Worker Program. So MyHow, which is accredited through the University of Vanderbilt and whatnot. Many of you folks are familiar with it, support it. It has pretty good support out there.
Yeah.
And they have currently, apparently this season, so to speak, they have had a run on. Boy, you can't get good help. They have had a high demand. How's that sound?
That sounds better. Run on diapers.
Had a high demand for size 4 and especially size 5 diapers for babies in the community.
Yes.
So they are having extreme need. I think they're probably pretty much totally out or nearly out of size 5 diapers. So if you are out there and you have the wherewithal and interest of helping the MyHow folks out, Frankie up there in the MyHow and whatnot, and she can, they would love to be able to replenish that stock and help folks who need those size 5 diapers. So that would be a wonderful thing.
Send that into infant support and she'll have money.
That's good.
Or if you got diapers you want to send or have shipped directly to us, you can do that too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you need more information on this, contact us. We can put you in touch with Frankie, or if you want if you already know how to get a hold of Frankie, if you want to contact her directly, certainly feel free to do that. She would love to hear from you. So let's see. There's Judy. Also about the GoFundMe page, everybody share it. It's -10 in Indiana, but it's supposed to be 45 on Saturday. Well, that's a big change.
Yeah.
45 will feel like 85.
Yeah, they'll be out there
when
in shorts and tank tops. Yeah.
Wow, man. Anyway, so that's the diaper information. Boy, I'll tell you what.
Let's move on from the diapers.
This would have been a good time to have like Abigail.
Last
week on
that. Yeah, but she doesn't wear size 5.
She's not size 5 yet.
No, she could use that as a bed.
Yeah.
Hammock.
Yeah. That's what
she's just a little
She can
thing.
use it for a jacket.
But we'll show them too in a little bit where they can find that information on the website too for our needs list.
That would be. I'd love to know where I can find that.
Well, we're going to get.
We're about ready to get there.
Well, let's mention this first, and then we'll go on to.
So other things going on. So what else is going on? I'll let you talk.
Me, but the youth program has junior pro basketball going on. They had sign up and they've got the teams fixed. And I think by this Saturday, they'll have their shirts.
Yeah.
They've been practicing through the week. And I stopped in there last Saturday morning when the little bitty ones was playing. And there was
kindergartners and first graders.
Oh my gosh. And they throw that ball so hard and it doesn't get there, but the effort. And there was one little girl, man, she had the ball and she wasn't letting anyone get it from her. And she put her hands up to throw it and the buzzer sounded.
Oh.
And she stood there with the biggest smile on her face, like, now what do I do with it? And her coach come along and took it and told her she's doing a good job. And boy, she was just as happy as could be. And I'm thinking, man, I wish I'd had my camera for some of that and I'm going to try this next week. But the Big Show is sponsoring a team.
What?
Yeah.
Little kids running around with a T-shirt that says The Big Show.
Yes. Well, we hope that's what they say, that they don't misspell it,
Yeah.
just put BS on there or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, the HSBS, that would not be good.
Well, yeah, as long as they explain what it is.
Yeah.
But
The Big Show.
yeah.
Here
and
comes the Big Show. That's the Big Show basketball team. I like that.
Yeah.
That could have a lot of connotation to it.
It could.
That player is the Big Show. Ooh, I like it.
Ooh,
I like it.
yeah.
That's
Well, and while I'm saying that, the greenhouse sponsored one too,
we
but
may-
we'll move on quick so I don't say greenhouse.
we
too many
may
more
have
times.
to video the Big Show basketball team.
We
and put
might.
it on Facebook just to show
We might.
the Big Show.
We might.
I like the sound of
I'll
that.
see if I can get
That
some.
is a really good thing. It's a K through high school age, actually, junior pro. So we divide them up in little age groups that kind of fit with one another. And so we have a lot of kids, somewhere between 80 and 100 typically. Sometimes it's considerably more, just depends on how that year goes. But those kids sign up from all within the area, not just
Right,
here, Frank,
right.
but
Girls and boys.
all around, and
Yep.
playing that. And it's a lot of fun. And we get sponsors from the area to sponsor a team. So that's what buys the T-shirts for them. It gets that
Right,
sponsor name on
right.
the T-shirt. So
And they
that-
have concession, and there's a small fee for admission.
yeah, like a
you know,
dollar or something.
Yeah, to help pay
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
other expenses
Yeah,
and
yeah.
heating the gym
Sure.
and that sort of
So
stuff.
that's
But then
good.
there's no cost to the kids.
Yeah, and all the coaches are volunteers from the
Yeah.
community, so
Yeah.
that's a great thing. So it gets involved in the community in a lot of different ways. So that's been going on for a long, long time. I can remember
Yeah.
when I first started here at the settlement. That's one of the things I was involved in from the get go was that K through 4 basketball clinic, then the junior pro basketball stuff. So it's a wonderful thing. It's been doing for a long time, and that you folks help make possible. So we really appreciate that. All right,
Okay, so let's go to this.
so let's get down to the big presentation.
Yes. And the first thing let's show them is, and it's hard to see, is the search button.
Yeah.
If you don't want to click
let's-
on everything. And,
Yeah.
Well, what you want to do?
Well,
Something
let's start with this. So
This
and
is
we'll get
Henderson?
there. Yeah. So
Okay.
this is what you see in here. I should have brought. Look at that.
We should have had a Vanna White.
I should have brought my pointer.
Oh,
So, but anyway, so to start out with, if you go to the Henderson Settlement webpage, now obviously, that's different than the Henderson Settlement Facebook page. This has a lot more contact information, has a lot more general information about Henderson Settlement, different programs, different ways you can support us. It's just a really good resource for being able to get information about the ministries here and how you can be a part of that. Okay. So to do that, you just go into your search bar, or better if you go into your address bar on your computer, if you know what that is. I don't mean to, dumb people down, but some folks, like, hey, everything's in the search. But just type in hendersonsettlement.com.
Yep.
Okay. This whole address is www.hendersonsettlement.com, and that will take you to this page. So you should see on your screen, this should pop up, and you'll have Henderson Settlement up there. You'll have
And you'll
that.
see the mountains in the
and you see
background.
the mountains and a little fog in the background.
Yeah.
And
and
it's a gorgeous
scroll
picture. That's a
down.
pretty recent picture. It's after a rain we had
Yeah. Mhm.
in the summer. So you can.
And when you scroll
I
down,
want to kind of slide out of the picture and just talk here so I can navigate.
I'm all
Yeah.
alone.
So then you can scroll down and you can see right there's what Casey is talking about.
Yeah, the mission
with
door.
here you got a search bar. Okay, so we'll come back to that in just a minute. And then you got to get involved. We'll show you all these things.
It's a little hard to see on this screen, but
It's
you
a lot
know.
better when you see it on your computer. So you can scroll down and you're going to see a few things. You got work camp info, all work camp and VIM projects needs list and donate now. And then you've got like work camp and community outreach and agriculture. You can see in the background, you can see that's the mission door where most of the work teams stay.
scroll down a little bit more.
Scroll down a little bit more here. So we go down to here. We go down and let us answer your questions. You get a little map at the bottom and they're located like a mailing address and things like that, phone number, driving directions.
Yeah, not a GPS thing,
Not a
a
GPS.
driving directions.
So,
There is a map there that you can
yeah.
click on
Kinda
and
see
see where we are in
So let's just
relationship.
start with that. So if you're going to our webpage and you're interested in, well, how do I get there? Well, you can't get there from here.
No,
No.
not with using your
Yeah,
GPS.
That's right.
Don't
So
use GPS.
a lot of people will say, well, I'll just get that address right there, their physical address, 16773 Highway 190, Fraser, Kentucky. That'll take me right there. Well, it'll take you somewhere.
Well, you'll get here eventually.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah.
There's been a few people that
Ended up somewhere else.
We're not where we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So going down the interstate, and once we generally say once you get off the interstate, stop paying attention to your GPS and navigation, because what it tends to do is take you on the shortest or quickest route to get here,
which may not be the most fun.
And unfortunately, what that tends to do is often take you on an old strip mine road, or perhaps an old logging road that isn't being used anymore, or is being used, and it won't necessarily get you all the way here. So,
or at least a small single lane road that
just really don't
looks like it's taking you out to the backwoods.
It's an dirt road and everything. If you're coming in here, here's a good point.
Right.
If you're coming to Henderson Settlement, regardless of which way you're coming, if you're not on a paved road, you're not getting here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's every road that really and truly brings us in here for any guests or visitors, you should be on a paved road.
Yes.
So if any of your
and 2 lanes
things takes you in, it may not feel like 2 lanes.
Yeah.
But there's a little yellow line in most of it. But if any of that takes you off onto a dirt road, it's taking you on.
Yeah.
Okay. So just keep that in mind. So we'll click on driving directions up there. All right. And then it'll give you a number of things here that you can see. All right. So you can see here, there's depending on from where you're coming from, if you're coming from the north or the south, typically you're on Interstate 75 to exit number 11 in Winsburg, there's other ways you can get off the Interstate 75 and get in here. But this directions from Williamsburg is you spend the most time on the interstate and the least time from the interstate to us.
Right.
And the road is typically much better in doing it. So that's kind of how we laid this out. We tried to make it the simplest way to do it. So there's, you're going to have some turns and whatnot, but you spend the majority of your time on the interstate rather than spending
in
2-hour drive.
Yeah, subsequent visits, if you find a better way you like to come, then that's totally up to you. But yeah, if for your first time trips, you want to come this.
And so, so there you got for visitors from the north or south, from the northeast, with personally that, I don't think that's Kingsport. I think it actually should be Morristown. That's the best way to come in.
Okay. Well, we'll look at that.
We might need to check.
This came off the old website, so maybe there's been changes.
Check that. The best way is not Kingsport. It's actually Morristown.
Okay.
But so we'll check that. But it does take you to 25E to Bean Station and Middlesboro and all that. Like that. And then visitors from the east, you suggested number 2. Visitors from the southeast. So you got that information.
Oh, and look at that picture in the background. Sitting on the deck.
Just like you were sitting right up there.
Yeah. Looking out over the mountains.
A little foggy. So anyway, so that's one thing. So that's kind of on the main page there. So you can see here across the top, if you hit home at any point, it'll bring you back to this page. Okay. Then you got the ministries, and if you just hover over that, you see that drop down. So we got essentially a highlight of the basic ministries here at Henderson Settlement. Now you can't click on that ministries button and it take you anywhere, but you can come on down into those and you can see different things within that. So you got Work Camp Volunteers and Mission, and if you stop on it, you can see pop out to the right there. You got housing, which again pops out, and you get a tour of those. You get the project list. You got those different things. You got volunteer. You got youth ministries, which again has different parts to it. Farm, greenhouse gallery. You can see pictures of there.
Pictures.
Craft shop, food pantry, assistance, and library, infant support, senior support, thrift store, women's support, Christmas at the Settlement, 2018 Christmas, stuff like that. So let's just, for example.
That went out in the newsletter. So that's, to go back and look at that. So
let's say you go Work Camp Volunteers and Mission. So you say, hey, I'm interested in that. And it says housing. I wonder what kind of housing opportunities they have there. So if I'm going to go on a work trip to Henderson Settlement and I'm taking a group of 15 folks, I wonder where I'm going to be staying.
Yeah.
Does that not make sense?
Yeah.
Or if you've got people in your group who want to say, hey, we're going to go down to Henderson Settlement, and a parent or a participant says, well, I wonder what kind of housing they got.
Yeah.
You go right here.
Are we going to be sleeping out in the woods in a tent?
We're going to be sleeping in a tent. We're going to be sleeping on the floor of a gym. A lot of places are like that. I'm not.
Do they have real bathrooms, or do you got to use?
So here we go. We're going to take just a quick look at that. And if you've never been here, or if you're potentially looking at that, if you have somebody talking about it, say, hey, I can point you can see.
Yes.
You're going to be staying.
Yes.
So, okay.
People have bathroom insecurities.
So
they want to make sure their bathroom is going to be what they're going to.
We go to ministries. work camp, volunteers and mission over there, then over to housing. And then the typical housing is the mission dorm.
Yes.
Sleeps 128 people, 2 levels, upstairs and down, well, main floor and lower floor, 68 people per floor. Each floor has 2 sections, a male section and a female section, which sleeps 32 people each. So when you come into the building, you have like the mission dorm here. This is kind of the front door right over here, and you come in, and this is kind of part of the lobby. You can see where you go downstairs there, and then another look at the lobby right there. You can see that. Oh, it's nice. And then more pictures of the lobby area, and then this right here you can see going entryways to the bunk areas and the restrooms. You got a women's over here and a men's restrooms over here. Takes you back into the bunk areas, and we'll see a bit more of that. Then you got our nice big conference room, which can handle up to 200 people. And we do presentations in there and do a lot of different things.
I'm answering someone's question. They're asking if the thrift store is open today, and I'm going to tell them yes, 9 to 6.
Yeah, today is Thursday, so it's open until 6 p.m.
Yep.
Yes. So and then, again, we're still in the conference room here. This is a little kitchenette in the conference room. This is in the women's restroom. And you know how I know that?
Because all the stalls have doors.
Well, they all do have that. Actually, maybe it is. And I see that pink there, and I was thinking that was the color of the countertop over there. But maybe the men's have that too. So actually, the way that's laid out, it looks like perhaps they both have kind of a pinkish shade to them.
It could be.
Yeah. Anyway, so you see the number of sinks there, mirrors, and the stalls, and you see the shower.
And there's plugs right next to them. So if you're running hair dryers and getting pretty.
So we got handicap stalls in here as well. So that's all good. And then you can see here the bunk areas. So this is the typical look of the bunk area. So when you go into a section, you can see that there's 16 bunk beds, and you've got they all have mattresses and a little blanket or something like that, which we prefer stay where we expect. I shouldn't say prefer. We expect to stay.
Yeah,
it's not a gift. Not a gift. No.
And then the upper bunks also have that little side rail.
Yes.
Some of them, you can have that
you
little side rail.
You can see that kind of right there on that one. So people like to toss and turn or whatever. And then you see the floors, that's all a good
shiny,
nice, good and clean. And then this is in the lower level, right outside the bunk area. There's a little coffee and sink and things like that, so you can use that. This is lower level, kind of a commons room. People can go down there, and it's a snack room, and they got tables you can use. There's actually an entrance to the craft shop. You can kind of just get an idea of what the interior of the mission dorm looks like. So that will tell you.
And we have that for all the housing. We're not going to take you through all of those today, but there's pictures of, the Hope House and the Brick House and the Evans House. We'll eventually get the cabins, the cottages.
Yeah, you can see here right there. It's got, if I can stay on it here. So you got the housing. You see you got the mission dorm tour, the Hope House tour, the Brick House, the Evans House, the Baldinger dorm, which is above the dining hall, and the cottages. And let's just do just a little quick thing. So like on the cottages, if we hit on the cottages, you can see that's you see what they look like from what we would consider the lower side, which makes the greenhouse side, which sees the upper and lower levels of the cottages there. So the upper levels are more spacey. They have a little bit more.
The lower ones are more like an efficiency.
More efficiency, because we have we had to do some construction things downstairs to manage the whole building.
The utility stuff down there.
But those, if you have a special need, a handicap, one of them is fully handicapped, that we can use that for. And you can see, again, the Brandon Upper Cottage, that's one of them. You can kind of see the inside of that. They're beautiful. That's not general work camp housing. It's more for long-term volunteers or guests, or somebody wants some private housing. They can pay extra for that.
You could ask what I'm doing, because you're talking and you're not on here, and I'm moving my lips, so your voice is coming out my mouth.
Casey has some real issues.
You left me alone in the screen.
So
I had to do something.
That's a lot of housing. So, and then you can see just downstairs here. You can see what's going on. So that's a lot of good stuff. Solar and things like that. So that's kind of where the housing is. All right.
And then for people who want to just come stay, want to spend the night,
correct,
they can look at what the cottages are and that sort of thing too.
And then, again, like I say, let's say for the craft shop. So go to the craft shop and look at that. Look at that. You can see, get a good picture of what the inside of a craft shop looks like, and you get some information on that particular ministry. And, it's just good information points if you're interested in those type things. Okay, so that's kind of where we are with that. So we go back to the home page. There we are, right where we started.
Now, what about work camp?
Well,
Is work camp on there?
well, let's keep going across these things here. So
Well-
you have ways you can help.
Okay. Oh, you're going across the top
Across
yet.
the top of the other.
Okay.
So you got ways you can help. You can see donations or needs list if you want to say if you think,
Oh, yeah.
I wonder what some things they need. You can go here to this page and you'll see that you've got the needs list. You can get the whole printable needs list right here. Click on that button. It'll pop up and then you it'll say open this, so you can open it. Or if you want to save it, you can save it. And there's a whole list. Henderson Settlement Needs List 2019. And you can go there. You got full size type things, mid size.
Yeah, we try to be cute and range them by cost and come up with a way to do that. So compact would be smaller, cost items, and mid-size, a little more. And then, of course, full size would be some big things that, maybe that people might have that they'd be able to give to us.
Or if you're just interested in more of the costlier things, you can hit the full size, mid size.
Yeah, you can just look at them right there on the screen. You don't have to download the
the whole
picture.
thing. And the immediate needs is, general operating funds, for example, salaries, utility bills, day-to-day operational expenses, things of that sort. So,
And diapers are on that list.
Diapers are on
So
that
if you
list.
want to print that list out and take it to church and say, Jerry needs diapers.
and well, let's not go that far. Yeah. So, and then you can get into the get involved. That's you got a link there where you can. I thought I tapped that, couldn't I? Maybe I did. So I'm not.
Yeah, the mouse.
Yeah. So you can see
table's not big enough.
You can see here you got Henderson Settlement brochure. You can youth focus, work camp volunteers and mission brochures, demographics for the area, things like that. So just a number of different
Some
things.
information, just
Donations.
basic.
You click on donations and see what kind of things you want on here. Ways you can donate to the settlement
Yeah.
and be a part of that. That blessing quilt brochure and alternate gift giving for Christmas. You can be thinking about Easter.
Well, we have an
cards.
Easter card too
An
now.
Easter card
Yeah.
that's coming up. Let's just click on that since that's coming up. Yeah. So you can kind of you go open that.
It downloaded it because you print it yourself,
Yeah,
and then you can
Yeah.
send us the check.
and
And
print that, and then you do that in honor of somebody.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
it's a
So that's different things, ways you can help. And then even right here, if you're in the area or maybe not out of the area, interested in potential employment. If we have
employment.
employment, if we have jobs available or
Yeah,
or
we
seeking
might
something.
have some jobs available.
Right here, we got like an employment application. You can
Yeah.
download that and get
Fill
that
it
to us.
out.
And
Put that-
what executive director? What's that about?
Oh, are we replacing our executive director?
Well,
Well, we're
that's that easy.
I know.
Now, Jim, hold on out there.
Yeah, we're not in a big
We're not
hurry.
trying to run Jim off or anything.
No.
We still got to work with him. We don't want to get him
Yeah. Woo.
heated under the collar.
Yeah.
I'll get back over to the office. We'll have a bunch of emails.
Yeah.
What are you trying to prove? So
But
no, Jim is actually he's not interim director. He's the executive director, but he's kind of filling the spot short term, I guess is the best way to put it.
right,
So
to give us time to look for another one.
and adequately and fill
Yeah.
that spot as
Not have to be in a
far as
hurry.
necessary.
Right.
As far as that comes, as far as I understand it. So the board of directors are currently
Actively seeking.
actively seeking an executive director for Henderson Settlement.
Right.
So
Doing interviews and
and
that
taking
sort of stuff.
applications and
Yeah.
going through all that. So this would be the spot if someone were to be interested in that you could get that executive director
yep, you click on that.
application or information here and,
Yep.
and
Tells the job description.
right, gives you that information. Same thing with the youth ministries coordinator. Still haven't filled that position.
Yep.
So that is
You click on one of those and it drops down
so you see like that for the youth ministries coordinator.
and then you can print it out from there too.
A lot of information there. So if we do like on executive director, you see that. Download file for printable version of the information below and just
Yep.
um,
That way, if you see it and you know somebody that'd be good for the job, you can print that out and give it to them and say, "Hey, go apply."
that's a good thing. So that's kind of the ways you can help employment thing. And then you got news and events here. You
Yeah,
can go
Yeah.
back to the newsletter. Excuse me. So
newsletter sign up.
Henderson Holler, so you can sign up to receive that through email or snail mail, as they call
Right.
it, through regular mail.
Yep.
You can contact the newsletter staff and
Yep.
do that. And then what's this right here? If we click on news and events, just
Oh, I don't know. What's on news and
Okay.
events?
get acquainted with Henderson Settlement of
Well, who'd want to do that?
What's up with that? Boy. So this is, again, we've touched on it a few times already, and this is another way that you can see it from May 9th through the 11th. You can read about this, get acquainted with
You
Henderson
can print out that flyer and
share
put
it
it
with other folks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's,
And then go down a little bit further and you can RSVP.
how about that? All right there online.
Right.
See that pops it right back to a submit
Yep.
button, and it comes.
That's the past one.
Yeah, that's and then over here, if you look over here on the right, you've also got archive January 1918, things
Yeah.
like that.
See what we have done.
All that stuff. So that's all good stuff. So we go over here to the gallery. We got anything in the
Uh-oh.
gallery?
I hope so.
I don't know if we got anything in the gallery or not. Oh, look at that. So we got all kinds of pictures. So you can do one of two things. You can go over here and click this arrow or click on these, or you can just wait and say, hey, I'll just sit here and just watch it just like
Yeah.
that.
And these are some pictures that if you're going to do a presentation at your church about Henderson Settlement, some of these are good for that sort of thing. And if you want other pictures, let us know.
Sure.
This is kind of a work in progress
It
as we're doing stuff. So
Okay, so that's you get some pictures from that. Now, so you want to say, oh, well, I wonder what's this place about. So you go to the about part, and you can click on our history, and you get a short history of Henderson Settlement. Frakes Builds an Institution, Texas Evans area.
yeah, and those are
Aaron,
dropped down too. You click on those,
yeah,
and it
so like
gives you the rest of the
The
story.
emphasis shifts, so you go to that. So it gives you a bit more growing pains, and then you get into different things like that. So that's a good information right there for history. And then meet the staff. Oh, meet the staff.
Oh, this is
what
scary.
would be on this page? Now, here's one thing I don't quite understand. We've got meet the staff. Of course,
Yeah.
we've got our current director, Jim Knight, there,
Yeah.
and information and
Right.
stuff like that. So I've lost my cursor there.
Uh-oh.
I'll just scroll down. And then, the finance. And then, look at what.
Oh, see, there's a
Look,
picture of
there's
Gary
a
on
picture.
there.
There he is. And then Frankie and General, and then other people work in those departments.
Yeah,
And so
but
you
we
see
just
that-
don't have the pictures
Yeah.
up there because
So you can
They don't want their
contact
pictures on
Jessica or contact Harry or
right.
you know,
That emails
But
them.
the thing I don't quite understand.
What don't you quite understand?
Is, how do you figure with the cows and stuff like that?
Well, we're the herd.
Oh, is that how it is?
Yeah. Wait till you go to the board of directors page.
Yeah. Well, that's just,
No, because we're all part of the herd running this
Yeah.
place.
Now, obviously, that's not all the staff. That's not everything.
No.
That's kind of like the administrative staff and office
Right,
staff and things.
right.
Like that. And
People, if you got something to say to,
Yeah.
that's
right, most of the people that you have contact opportunities with. So we're going back around here. So let's get back up here. So about, and then they keep clicking on the board of directors, and you kind of see there. You can kind of get,
now they made fun because that was a brick wall, but to me that shows stability.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a solid foundation.
solid
solid.
as a rock.
Solid.
And then you got now here's one I just want to point out. If you go all the way over, you got the contact button. So you've got two options here. Where a lot of these, like gallery, is what we say hot. You can click.
Yeah,
on
you
it
click
and
right
open
on
it. About is not. You can't click on about. But if you go to contact, you got contact. Again, you got the driving directions, which is
Right.
at the bottom of the homepage.
Right.
But you can go to contact, and
But it's here too because somebody didn't
sometimes
realize.
you miss it
Well, if you don't scroll
all the
down.
way down. You don't see it.
Yeah, so you put it across the top,
So this is an online contact form.
and
So
it's a general one.
it's a general contact. So what you do is you fill that out if you have a question for whatever, and you submit that at the bottom. It will go in, and then a few people receive those emails, and then they distribute those to the appropriate people.
Correct.
Okay, so that's kind of how that works.
The only other one we have is Work Camp.
So-
Work Camp has its own on its
So if
page.
you go back to home, all right. Now don't go home, Casey.
Oh, I was going to say, see you later.
If you go into Work Camp info, for example, so if you're on a work team and you want all kinds of stuff, there's a
Wow,
you
look
can
at all
go-
that Work
you can
Camp
go all the
info.
way down here.
All on one page.
Yeah, look at that. We'll come back to that.
Phew.
But you got this. If you fill out this form and hit submit,
It
then
goes-
that comes directly
to Work Camp.
to my office.
Yeah.
So either me or Jessica, the Work Camp.
That way, if you don't want everyone knowing your business other than Jerry.
Yeah, well,
No, I'm just.
well, and typically you the likelihood is that you may get a little quicker response if it's Work Camp related and you go directly to the Work Camp part
Right.
rather than through the general contact.
Right, and then it gets,
somebody else might have to check it and then forward it. So
see where it
it's
goes.
going
Yeah.
through a couple of different hands before it gets
Right.
perhaps to our office. So that's how that works. But we'll come. Let's go back to home because I'm a
Back to home.
OCD. I got to do things in order.
Yes, that's fine. I'm on all over the place.
So right here. And you can always click on Henderson Settlement here. That takes you back to the home page. Now
Right.
right here is something that is very helpful. Maybe you think, well, I don't want to go through looking and
Right.
trying to find something.
I'm not one of those.
I just rather just see if I
First thing I do is look for the search button.
So you go to the search box right there, and what do we want to look for? Give me an idea. What was happening?
Well, work camp.
Work camp. So let's just type in work camp here and hit enter or hit the little search like that. Anything that's related to the word work camp, you'll find in Volunteers in Mission. You can click on that, home for work camp, housing, get involved, all kinds of things related to work camp. Even women's support, and because it's got that word work in it, that's where you find it.
But
Scholarship.
that's down at the bottom of the
Yeah,
list.
It is. So you find it. So anything's got the word work in it, but typically the words that got both words work camp in it. You
It'll
find
be up there at
those,
the top of the list.
those things. So that's kind of how that works. That's a good little feature for people who well, I'm in a hurry and I'm not sure where to go. I'm just going to type this in and see.
Yep, and it'll give you some choices to choose from rather than hunting.
So as we begin to scroll down the page a little bit, the next thing you see here is get involved.
Yeah.
Have we done that? Get involved.
Yeah, we did get involved. That's where it tells the information about the
ways you can
settlement.
help right there. Get involved.
Yeah.
So it's kind of in there, but it's also right.
Yeah, there's
there.
some different areas to click on, and
Yeah.
it takes you to the same
It's not
place.
repetitive, but some people, we've done some things that are the more common question things that are more regularly asked or people are looking for. Those are type of things.
Our buttons.
Trying to make more obvious.
Right.
So, and one of the things we've realized over the years is that a lot of the visitors to a web page are work camp related folks.
Right.
And that is because at some point or another, they're looking for the projects list or registration forms or information about the settlement. So that's why you see a lot of things here that have the work camp connotation. It's not a work camp web page, but a lot of you folks are connected to us one form or another because of work camp. And we appreciate that.
Yeah,
So we want to make it as simple as possible instead of people, oh man, I can't find it,
Well, yeah, and before it was a little hard because work camp was on one page and your forms were in the library, and now they're all on the same page.
Right. So you can go here if you're interested in the first time or whatever, you just click on work camp VIM info. For you folks out there not familiar with VIM, it's Volunteers in Mission.
Right.
Work camp at some point over the years became a slang term for work camp. For Volunteers in Mission.
Right.
So that's what that is. So you go to the work camp page, you see, there are some folks working on a home in the community, fixing that place up. And you can go to work camp brochure. You can download that work camp brochure. And then we've got two sites. You've got the Frakes work camp, which is the year-round availability. We've got the White Oak site, which is pretty much June, July, and August. So if you're interested in just one or the other, you can do that. Or if they're very much the same. It's just the amount of time and the jobs are different. The staying areas where you can stay is a little bit different.
Right.
Those type of things. So you can do one thing. Now here's a couple of things that often I think people wonder about when it's work camp related. So if you go, for example, you can right here you can see real easy. If you want to come to the Frakes site, instead of going through all this stuff, you just click on that group registration form, pops right up.
Yep.
Fill that out. Currently,
get that in.
Currently, it's not submittable. Is that a word?
Yes, it is. Yeah. But we haven't made that submittable.
Online. You can't submit it online yet. But so you print it off. You can fax it. You can scan it and email it. However, you can
put it in the mail with your check.
Mail.
I mean, whatever.
And get that to us, and then we'll either get you registered, contact you, either way we'll be in communication with you.
Yep.
So that's how that is. But you can get the whole team leaders packet. If you hear the first thing is kind of by default. You click on it's got
everything will print out in one big packet.
So here you go. Okay, we want to open that puppy up, or
it may take a minute. It's kind of big.
It's kind of a big one.
Right.
You see it downloading there. Oh, our internet connection is good today.
Yeah.
Let's move it right along. We're at 100%. There it is. So you can see here you got all this information, all of it.
Everything you'd ever want to know.
Everything that's in the individual forms, work camp handbook. That's good information to read about that. Free days, all that, hand tools, what to bring, insurance, medical forms, closing comments, all that stuff out there. Leaders Covenant, everything that you would need is all in that.
Right.
Okay, so that's right there. So that's 15 pages of stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
But you say, well, maybe I don't need to get all that stuff. I might want to read it,
Right.
but I don't necessarily need all of it. So you just click on the individual forms, and you get each one of those individual things. So right there, my Leaders Covenant, there's my participants.
And the thing about some of them on this is they're some of them are Word forms, so
Yes.
you could
So you can see that PDF
download it
document.
and fill them out and then print them,
So
or
you,
save them and
right.
add them as an
so
attachment.
that's good. So it's important if you look at the forms packet or the individual forms. So that's helpful to a lot of people. And then down here you got the projects list. Now currently the ones that are up on the website are the 2018 list.
Yes.
The 2019 list, we anticipate having at least the community list available by March 1st, and we are shooting for that. We're coming along pretty well.
And we leave that up there though, so people have
Yeah.
something to look at.
As
To
a reference.
right.
To get an idea.
So
The cost doesn't change too much. It will some,
right.
but the type of jobs generally are the same.
Right.
All right, so that's where we are on that. So and then and you got the White Oaks Frakes community and Frakes campus, and then you got the Frakes, and then you got the White Oak community and the White Oak campus. Now, one thing we've done, which it was just a lack of thinking. In the previous years, if you clicked on the and I'm not going to download, but if you clicked on the Frakes campus list, you still had to put the password in. You had to put the login and
Right.
the password. Not necessary to do that.
No,
No, I mean,
not for the campus.
Yeah,
White Oak
we already
campus.
know.
Yeah.
So, but the community list is, so now you had to put a login or user or something, and then you had to put in a password. Now you just put in the password. So if you want to get into the Frakes or the White Oak community list, when those become available, or if you want to see the 2018 list, contact us.
Yes.
If you're a scheduled group or potential group, we are happy to give that to you. The only reason
I was gonna say
that we password it is it's not that we don't want the community folks to see that, but what we learned is that community folks are able to identify potential jobs and things, and it creates a lot of unnecessary phone calls to us saying, well, when's this job going to get? It just becomes an office issue.
Yeah.
And we notify those people when jobs are getting close to being done or people showing up. So that's why that is. It's nothing. We're trying to hide anything.
No.
It's just
helpful.
Yeah. It just makes our job easier.
Yeah. And it's a little bit of an anonymity for people too.
It is. Yeah. Even though the projects list don't have family names on there,
Right.
people was sharp enough to figure out. So well, that's my job. I'm number 1021.
Right.
Whatever. So that's what that is. Now, so that's here you see some general information about work camp, and you can see the 2018 cost per person for the mission dorm is $250 a person. For private housing, $325 if you go that route. And then work camp at Frakes, work camp White Oak Center,
And that includes your meals.
that includes your meals. That includes everything.
Right.
Other than if you want to buy work camp T-shirts, that's extra,
Right.
or snacks, or but the basic cost of everything that's it.
Per person, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all in there.
So let's go back home.
Let's go back home. And you know what? We've been on here a week and 10 days.
Yeah, I know
So-
we've been on there a long time.
Yeah.
So,
But we're excited about this, and
Yeah,
we
it
really
is.
want to share it
We
with
just want to
people.
see people. So all the work camp VIM projects. If you got all your information, you don't need all that. You just want to go straight to work camp projects. There it is. Frakes, White Oak.
And you can go down and share this with your
Yeah.
friends. We've got links to Facebook and all that sort of stuff down there.
There's a needs list by itself again. You click on
Yeah.
the needs list. Donate now. There's a button you can click to donate. Here is a few things again. You click on those. We talked about that. Work camp volunteers and mission. Just a direct individual volunteer or volunteer couples.
Yeah.
You click on that and get information on that.
Right.
Community outreach. You got information about the food pantry, senior center, library, MyHow, women's group, youth ministries. If you click on youth ministries, it pops up, give you information on that.
Yep.
So it's a pretty good page. If you're really trying to learn, you can spend quite some time on here doing that. And then you got the ag part. You got the farm and the greenhouses.
Greenhouse.
Yeah. And then the crafts and thrift store. I'll touch on this and then I'll hush. I know it's been going for a while.
We're gonna go home.
Craft shop, we done been on that, but you can see local crafts and things in the thrift store. Stuff on that you can see. But the thing about the craft shop is at some point, hopefully this year, we've talked about this for a while, but I think we're getting pretty close. is we will begin to, when you click on Craft Shop, that you can actually see the potential to have some items listed there that if you want to buy those,
Correct.
that you can actually order online.
Yes.
So that's something we're looking forward to making happen in the upcoming year. So that's
Buy your T-shirt before you get
buy a
here.
T-shirt before you get here. We've got a work camp design worked up. We just got a sell on our theme and things like that.
There'll be some arm wrestling.
Right
in
there.
that.
Let us answer your questions. If you got questions, you click on that. We can help you out. So that's a relatively quick. When you've got a lot,
Yeah.
it's hard to get it in there. So we've been going now. I think this holds the record for the longest.
I think it does. So hey, wake up out there.
One more thing here.
Oh, what?
Let's make sure we got. Let's see. So Kara, is the store open today?
Yeah, and I answered her.
Got that? Yeah. Then Dave Myers, thanks, Jerry and Casey, for mentioning the CEO search. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, man, if you got any comments about the website or anything, like I said, put those
Yeah.
in there.
It's always a work in
It
progress.
is, and
And it
things
should
change.
be.
But we appreciate you folks, and
Yes.
appreciate you joining us. Kind of a long show today. They won't all be this long. I
Yeah.
promise.
Sorry.
But I thought we felt like that was something worth doing
Yeah.
a quick walkthrough.
And the boss wasn't in his office,
Yeah.
so yeah, we got our feet up on the desk, and
we would show you a desk, but it's upside down. Right now.
yeah,
That's going to be a surprise when he.
yeah. Especially with the rearranging of the files.
Yeah. Somebody said he had snacks in here somewhere.
Stacks.
Snacks.
Oh, snacks.
Yeah. Chocolates. And
Oh.
So
We'll have to do a little more looking for that. I didn't
we
know
might
that.
have a mouse problem.
Yeah.
We might need to make sure all that's good. Folks, God bless you. Thank you for staying with us for this long show. We'll see you back here next Thursday at 1 p.m. God bless.